Hello and welcome back. We saw in the last video that the visa bulletin showing the final cutoff numbers to apply in the DV 2024 program was released. Now, in this video, as I usually do, I will be commenting on those cutoff numbers. But before we go into that, let me just provide a little explanation concerning the cutoff numbers for those who do not understand. The cutoff numbers in this visa bulletin are the limit where interview scheduling or the scheduling of interviews will not reach. Now, current, the expression current means that there is no limit established for the region concerned. The scheduling of interviews is free to reach and include the highest case numbers from that region. Having said that, let's now take a closer look at those cutoff numbers. For those of you who have been following from the beginning of this program, I said that the visa office would apply caution when it comes to moving the cutoff numbers in the DV 2024 program. And that they did. And at a certain time, I also said that during the final 2 months of the DV 2024 program, leaps were expected. We saw leaps occur in the Asia and the Europe regions. And leaps were expected during this final month in other regions. However, it is not only in those regions that leaps have been observed. In fact, leaps have been observed in all of the regions with the exception of the North America region, which was already current. So what can we say concerning those leaps or the cutoff numbers that we see in the just released visa bulletin? The first thing to bring to your attention is that the leaps that we see in this visa bulletin were actually exaggerated. In other words, the visa office actually increased most of the cutoff numbers beyond where they should have been. And that brings to my mind what I have been saying during this year's program, that in the diversity visa program nowadays, all is not about data, all is not about data analysis. Because if you should consider the data, there is no justification why the Africa region left from 75,000 to current, or that the Europe region was increased to 50,000. No justification can be provided by means of data analysis. So once again, in today's diversity visa program, policy, approach, the strategy of the visa office, all of these things override data analysis, no matter who says the contrary. Now back to what I was saying. The cutoff numbers that we see in this visa bulletin, or I should say most of the cutoff numbers in this visa bulletin were exaggerated. I think the only cutoff number that is quite reasonable is the cutoff number of the Oceania region from 2,000 to 2,700. For the other 4 regions, the cutoff numbers were exaggerated. Now, why do I think that happened? And I want to believe that it is based on the strategy that is being applied by the visa office. What do I mean? If you should consider the DV 2024 statistics, you will realize that issuances are on course. Let no one say otherwise. So the movements that we have seen in the cutoff numbers in most of the regions is not to make many cases current so that they can be interviewed because issuances are behind. That's not the reason why. But what I think the visa office has done is that they do not want, for any reason, that during the final month of the DV 2024 program, they do not reach the 55,000 visas to be issued out. As a result of that, they have allowed so many cases to be eligible for interview, so that at the end of the day, that objective of ensuring that the 55,000 visas are reached by the end of the program in September is achieved. That is why I want to think the cutoff numbers that you see in this visa bulletin were established as they have been established. And so, although it seems to be good news to see that leaps or exaggerated leaps have occurred in your region, at the end of the day, it is not good news for everyone. Those for whom it is good news are those with case numbers that are closer to the interview scheduling range of their embassy. In case your case number is far from the current interview scheduling range of your embassy, then it is not necessarily good news for you. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that because time will not allow the scheduling of interviews to go too far. We have only one more month for the scheduling of interviews in the DV 2024 program. And mind you, there will not be a repeat of the end of the DV 2023 program in this year's program. It is true that the visa office ignored the statistics by allowing so many cases to be made eligible for interview, but they are keen on issuances. They are keen when it comes to the interview notifications that they are going to send out. At the right time, the scheduling of interviews will come to an end. And when that happens, wherever interview scheduling is at your embassy, that is where it will start. So do not see this as interview scheduling is going to get to the highest case numbers in my region. No, that is not going to happen, unfortunately. Within the space of 1 month, where interview scheduling will reach is where it will start, and that will be the end of interview scheduling in the DV 2024 program. So those who are closest to the current interview scheduling range in their regions can rejoice. That is good news for them, because it has ensured or confirmed that interview scheduling will certainly get to their case number. But for those who are still further away, there is caution that needs to be applied, considering what we have in the current visa bulletin. That is how the cutoff numbers that appear in the just released visa bulletin should be interpreted, and that is something that I think is worth sharing with you as DV 2024 applicants. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. See you, God willing, in the next one. Goodbye.